Let's cook something delicious for the first time. I'm making some beef stir-fry rice. So these are all my ingredients. These are some basils, these are some garlics, that's mushrooms, and these are onion sprouts, you know. And these right here are some jalapeno peppers, just a little bit, about 4 of them. And over here you see some chopped asparagus as well. Over here I have some broiled tomatoes, red and green peppers. I broiled it because these things have too much water and I can't stand it. So I just broiled it in the oven. Like I said, it's my first time trying to make this, you know, beef stir fried. And over here I have my rice already cooked with a little bit of vegetable oil and tomato seasoning bouillon and some salt, ready to go for the stir fry. Got my little bit of oil heating up here. And this is my all chopped into little strips beef that I did first, seasoned and put in the refrigerator. It's about to go in this hot oil. I'm gonna put my heat on high and, you know, whip this thing up with some heat, and then I'm gonna add all the vegetables and then add the rice. I'm gonna tell y'all that when I first put my beef in the hot oil, some moisture accumulated, and I didn't even cover the pot, but still moisture accumulated, and then there was a little bit of water in there. I allow it to boil, dry up, and now it's at the stage where I already want it to be, where I can just keep it on high and steam fry it a little. Once I steam fry it a little, then I will add all my little vegetables and stuff. Once I add my vegetables and mix it up a little bit, then I'm gonna add my rice. I just tasted the meat and it tastes really good. Before the meat gets too dried up, I'm about to add my onions. You want everything to be juicy, especially your meat. So don't fry it until it gets all hard and tough. You want some, you know, moisture to be maintained in it. I'm gonna still do this on high. I wish I had cast iron pot. Cast iron pot are the best for stuff like this. Or some of those big wide fried rice pots that they use, the Chinese and these people in the restaurant use. It's the best for this kind of stuff, but I'll improvise and make it work. I will now add my asparagus, basil, onion sprouts, mushrooms, and garlic. I got them all together in this mixture right here. But I kind of thought this out. I'm not following anybody's recipe. I just wanted to try this out. Thought it out. I said, maybe I can make some beef stir fry. And I hate looking at recipes. I don't hate it, but I just don't have patience for this stuff. So I just wing stuff and plan it as best as I could so that it turns out how I pictured it in my head. All right, so don't judge my cooking. If you feel like it's not for you, it's okay, because it's not for you anyways, and you won't be eating it, so don't worry about any kind of posting all kind of comments here, okay? I like the smell of this. The taste is good. Let me put my dehydrated bell pepper and tomatoes in here. Like I said, I thought this out all on my own. I know tomatoes and bell peppers got a lot of, you know, water in it, so, and I wanted a little bit of, you know, fresh tomato in my stir fry, but I didn't want to deal with all that big old water it's going to produce in my food, so I'm not going to let this cook too long. I'm going to add my cabbage and carrot. And before the steam builds up and it starts to form water, I'm about to add my rice, because I really want the vegetables to remain fresh in the stir fry. I'm going to add some seasoning, because before I add my rice, I don't want the seasoning to be all extra dumped down. You know, the vegetables might make it a little too tasteless, so I'm going to add some seasoning to this mix before I add my rice. I feel like the goal is to keep your vegetables fresh as you can keep it in your stir fry. You don't want it to get overcooked and soggy. So yeah, let me get a taste. Okay, I think the seasoning is pretty good on it now. Before it start doing some old moisture buildup under there, I'm gonna go ahead and add my rice.
By the way, this rice is well cooked and seasoned as well. So, and if you wonder why my rice look kind of red, it's because of this tomato bouillon. That's why it looks reddish like that. Thank you, Lord. Sometimes when I wing an idea of something I want to cook in my head, I don't know if it happens to anybody else. Sometimes it turns out a total disaster. But this is exactly how I wanted it to turn out. Yes. Everything is nice and fresh. The seasoning is perfect on it. Look at that dehydrated tomato. Some of it is burnt, but I'm not going to take it out. I'm going to leave it in there. Yep. If it ends up on somebody's plate, they're just gonna have to take it off their plate if they don't want to eat it. It's all producing the flavor that I wanted. Yes, baby. Thank you, Lord. This turned out great. The mushrooms, the onion sprouts, this fresh onion, asparagus, garlic, seasoning. Oh my God, this is great. I like it. The seasoning is perfect. I don't need anything else added. This is good. This is really good. If I had not added the rice right away, y'all, the vegetables was gonna, as it was in the pot, it was going to accumulate steam and moisture. Even without covering it, it was just gonna turn out real soupy. So, if you want to try out my little stuff I winged, just know that you can beat cooking that vegetable like crazy. Yes, this is how I wanted it. This is totally what I imagined in my head. Yes.